Hello there, RC. We're playing Global War 3645, historical board games game. Heavily house ruled. There's a whole list of house rules over there. I got them all listed in the intro, and I'll do an end of game summary here detailing these things. Final income for everybody. Chinese, KMT, eliminated. CCP, 1. France, and the Vichy French, both at 2. We've got FAC at 5, Australia at 7, Dutch at 8, British at 18, Italy's up to 26, Japan 39, Russia 49, the Americans at 64, and the Germans at 71. None of these include bonuses, so they're definitely over 50 for their point, and these guys are under 50 because they only have $8 worth of bonuses, so they go to 47. All right, tech. There's a whole pile of tech on here. Everybody's got wartime economy except for the U.S. I think everybody's got improved shipyards except for the U.S. and the French. And yeah, there's a ton of these, so yeah, doesn't really matter. Alright, so the big deal here is, if you want to watch exactly what happens, play back. I'll just turn my phone off. Alright, and we're back again. So Germany did a whole bunch of Hail Marys, and all they did was buy a bunch of planes. Just to kind of defend stuff, but it's hard to describe what I all did. I scattered around and tried to kill as many transports as I could of everybody with these black ships here. And where I wasn't successful, the brown Italians came in and finished the job for me. Right. At one point in time, yeah, these just landed on the British turn in between Italy and Germany. At one point in time, Germany had a lot more troops here. They also had possession of this location, this location, this location, the Minsk, Western, Northern Russia, Karelia, but we lost most of those. And oh yeah, that dude belongs over here. But we still got a couple places in Russia, and we also had all the Baltic states, but Russia took one away from us, so we don't get the point for Germany. But this way, Russia doesn't get the point either, so it balances out. Let's see what else happened. Russia counterattacked. Obviously, this is where it sits after that, and then the Italians. Well, Russia did some crazy attacks down here too, and they took most of this stuff out. The Italians took their units out of here, and they amphibiously assaulted here. Oops. And took Crimea, and North Caucasia, and Transcaucasia. So I basically took a whole pile of stuff away from the Russians. Actually, when I was adding up my totals, I had to take 3 more points away from Russia, because they lost 3 more pieces of home territory. So instead of having 6 points, if I'm correct, for their, well, instead of having 8 points, they're going to have 2 less, or 3 less. So I'm going to make them at 5. So Russia's only got 5 points, because they've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points. Yep. So Russia's actually got 6 points. Or 5, sorry. 5. Okay. So, that's Russia. Japan did a couple Hail Marys. They'd loaded some stuff up. They took Java. They tried to separate their stuff and put blockers in, but the British units took them out. So we got a blocker allowing the Americans to come in here and attack, and if you watch that video, you'll see that I thought I won and went, oh yeah, oops, my math's wrong, and had to set it all up on the battle board again and attack again, because, yeah, 3 is half of 7, not 4, or less than half, or more than half. You know, they have to have twice as many or more, and 7 is not twice as many as 4, so, right? And all fractions round up in this game, so 3.5 of 7. You can't have 3.5 ships, right? So round it up to 4. Anyhow, so that's that. So this is where we sit here. Russia had some extra stuff here. The FEC took that out. There's been a lot of back and forth. I can't remember everything that all happened. There's a lot of craziness going on. Russia's got so many places that are worth a point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So Russia's got 13 points from that, right? And then they got 13, but they can only have a maximum of 12 from that, right? So give them 12. And then we take away the 8 territories they lost, and we give them a couple other points for having more guys on the border, and a couple of other locations that they have, and then they have a nice free port, thanks to, where'd my port go? I had a port around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Thanks to this one in the Atlantic. Oh, and they also took this, so they have a couple of buffers, even if they lost a bunch of places, they're still going to get those points, right? So, all right. Money-wise, nobody put any builds on the map, except for I didn't get Russia to, because nothing was going to be in range of an attack. Germany just put some aircraft on at a couple of factories, and that was the end of the builds for this turn. Everybody else just, so Germany's got their money there that they would have collected. Russia's got the money that, I mean, if they did spend something, they kept it, but I didn't, and then I collected their extra money. Japan did builds because their stuff was in range of the Americans, so they don't have double income over there. The British, they have double income. I just doubled it all up here. The Americans have 2 stacks of income. They just spent $10 to build these 2 capital ships, bringing them over double. And the Russians built a couple things there. But otherwise, really, everybody's got enough money to build. Like, there could have been so much more built. These last turns here, they got a little gamey. Because there's no way that the Americans would have done that crazy attack there. And then left that sitting over there in this zone. Unless they knew that the Japanese could not counterattack them with both those fleets, which are touching the same sea zone as this. It's nuts. You never do that, right? There's a bunch of other crazy stuff, like how these borders have worked out here. That would never be what a normal, rational human would do, but that's what we have. So, all right. Yeah, Germany would have actually built units in the back to continue the attack on Russia. I did not build any units except for these couple of planes. That's it on the factories. Yeah, Britain would never have done that attack there. And the failed sea line attack, instead of attacking down here, Britain would have probably run over and put as many guys as they could on the capital. Just saying. Yeah. And yeah, the Americans got one unit over here. That's it. In the sea, bunch of guys on the land. That's it. The Germans, if they wanted to, could just start dropping trannies in here. And within 2 turns, they'd be able to take that, no problem. I'm fairly certain, especially if the Japanese started a full press on the Americans. But I don't think that they would do that, merely because the Russians are putting pressure, but now the Russians wouldn't be doing this while that's going on, unless it was the last turn. So that's what happened there. Now, let's take a look at our totals. the scores. Alright, pretty basic stuff here. The Americans got a point for having more than twice as many ships and took a point away from the Japanese by, they're down to 3, by eliminating Malta on the very last, not Malta, Malay. Yeah, not the Med. Anyway, so the Allies have a total of 6 at the end of this turn. 4, 5, 6, yeah. And Anzac lost that point because the Japanese have ships in the Netherlands, East Indies. All right, Russia had their 12 points for outlying areas. And then they had a couple of extra points. I can't remember what they were, so let me just total them in my head here. Because they lost 8 points worth of stuff for losing 8 territories at home. So just took the 12 and shaved off the 8, leaving them with 4. And then if my memory serves me correctly, the only other point they got was... They might actually have one more. Let's double check here. Russia. Buffer zone. Nope. Worldwide communism. They actually have 15, but they only maxed out at 12. So they got 12. Eastern security and ice-free port. So technically Russia had 14. And then if we take the 8 off, so they did have 6. Okay. My math was just off. So Russia does have 6 instead of 8 or 5. There we go, 6. CCP's got 2, so that brings us to a total of 8. Alright, so the grand total at the end of the game, we've got Axis with 12, 5 for Germany, 4 and 3. The Axis at 12 for a clear win. The Comintern at 8 for a clear second. And the Allies at 6 for a definite last place. Alright, and that is how the game turned out. I'm not sure what else to do about this end of turn summary, so I'm just going to shut her down here. And I'm going to consider maybe doing an end of game, describe the general theories of how our medium factories and the light cruisers and the Netherlands at war, income and whatever may have changed how this game plays compared to the average game. And that was the main point of this video, was to show a few house rules and how they can totally bung up your game. And there you go. And either positively or negatively, depending on what side you're on. Alright, anyway, RC, have a great day, enjoy yourselves, and see you later.